Hello and welcome to Never Seen It, a podcast about movies we haven't seen. I'm your host, Betsy, and with me is my co-host, Trent.
Hey, Betsy.
So today we are continuing our Twilight Saga. We are on to episode 4, so we're on the downward slope. We are coming to the end. We are at Breaking Dawn, Part 1.
Part 1.
So, from the last time, again, we know, like, kind of where these movies are going. We're just kind of waiting for them to get there at this point.
Yeah.
So, Trent, where do you think this movie's gonna go? So in the last one, we had, like, this zombie army or whatever, newborns, whatever the hell that was about.
Different kind of a movie. This is vampires, Betsy, not zombies.
Whatever, who cares? So there were some vampires, there were wolves, they were fighting.
Yeah, we resolved an issue that plagued us from the beginning.
But we know the Volturi is still out there, interested in
There's
Edward.
some kind of, like, doings about with those guys. They're trying to get Edward into their clan along with his sister, quote unquote. And there's the big, I guess that's kind of an overarching thing that has only been around since the previous movie, I guess, because that's when they were introduced.
Yep.
Since 2, maybe, because it was introduced in 2, because that's where Michael Sheen came in.
Yep, so that's what's going on with them.
But
and then we've got the love triangle.
We got the big,
hot and heavy.
We got the big love triangle here. I fully believe we are going to start off with a wedding.
You think the movie will start with a wedding?
Start
because this ended with she finally agreed to marry him.
Yes. So they have a set date. It's gonna happen after graduation.
Yep, we've already graduated.
Yep. She was, like, hot and heavy to try to get him to fuck her. And he said, no, I'm very old-fashioned, not until we're married.
Yep, so they're gonna get married.
Yep.
And then maybe, at long last, we'll get some sex.
I mean, it's gonna have to happen because of what I know is going to happen here. And I'm not going to reveal what I think I know about this thing, just in case you are following along with us and you haven't seen these movies. Just based on what I know about them, no.
Yep. And then the big thing we're waiting for, the thing we've been talking about for 2 movies, is eventually Bella is going to be turned into a vampire.
Yes.
By whom? Well, Alice says she did it herself in the vision, but then Bella wants Edward to do it. So it's a little open-ended at this moment.
Either way, she's gonna be a vampire.
Yes. But she's still alive right now.
Yep.
She's still stuck right in between the sexy werewolf boy and the gloomy emo vampire man.
Well, again, it's more of a... I don't know if she actually has that much feelings for Jacob in the same way that she does for Edward. It's a different kind of a love. It
is. It's like a deep, friendly kind of love versus
also, you're kind of hot.
Creepy attraction.
And you're also kind of hot, and I was up against your chest for 20 minutes of the last couple of movies.
It's true.
So I like you in that way, mixed with, hey, you're a longtime friend.
Right. So she's very conflicted. But I think we all know
how this is gonna go.
She's also an 18-year-old
little shit. Yeah, she's an 18-year-old girl who doesn't actually know what the hell she wants in her life.
So, yeah.
But she's just grabbing onto whatever. I go back to what you said in the last episode.
What did I say?
I've thought about this a lot. It's her holding on to the back of Edward while he's carrying her.
The metaphor.
And the other way, Jacob is holding her in front of him.
Jacob carries her versus she's holding on to Edward.
Exactly. And I think that is a very apt metaphor for what is actually happening in her brain.
Yep, for their relationships and symbolically how they are with each other.
Yeah.
One cares for the other more.
Exactly. And just think about that. I don't think Edward has that much feelings for Bella. If I want to be controversial here.
I said it in the last episode. Bella doesn't have much going on inside her personally anyway, like personality-wise or other.
Not at all. And I think Edward is more, hey, you're this unique creature, and I'm fascinated by you.
Yep.
But he's also 108 years old. This is the first person who has really piqued his interest. And we still don't know why Bella is unique. And I think that is the real reason why Edward is holding on to her that much. And until he can figure that out...
It's the big mystery of this piece.
Yeah, until he can figure that out, he's going to keep attached to her, but that might not be for long.
I have to imagine, because of course we're now in the last stretch. Breaking Dawn is one book, but it's split to 2 movies.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's a lot that happens in this one. I feel like we're not going to get to the main conflict. I just suspect this movie's going to be kind of bleh, because the way the other 3 have been set up, it's like a whole lot of nothing. And then the last couple of minutes is where the big conflict is. Yeah. Well, if you split up the book, that means this movie's just going to be a whole lot of nothing.
I feel like this movie is just going to be fan service.
Yeah.
It's trying to, like, because you're splitting up an entire book into 2 movies. And when you do that, you have to give the fans what they want with the minute details about the wedding.
Every
and whatever
page
else happens,
must be translated.
And whatever else happens after the wedding, there's going to be a marital bed. There's going to be some sex, bed? Betsy. They're going to be...
How old-fashioned are you, Edward?
They're going to be together sexually. And so on and so forth.
So we'll see. Well, let's go do it. We're going to go watch Breaking Dawn Part 1, and we will be right back. We're back. All right, we've made it now, Trent. Breaking Dawn, Part 1.
Yeah.
So, what did you think?
It was a lot.
And also not a lot.
It was a lot and too much and too much.
They were really milking some of this to meet the quota of a 2-hour movie.
For it to be worth whatever it is that they're trying to do. They stretched this out longer than it really should have.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of longing looks
and like musical
weird sequences.
There's so much like licensed music in this movie.
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about the music like almost at all. And every movie that goes by, it gets to be more and more and more.
Yeah, it increases every single movie. I don't remember one song from the first movie. Then second movie, you got a little bit more. Third movie, there's a lot more. This one is all over the place.
Oh yeah, and this was like a lot of bands and people I was listening to in college.
Yeah.
Which was weird.
I even recognize a couple of the songs.
I was like, oh, it's the Features. I like them. Oh, it's Aqualung. So yeah, it was an interesting thing. And of course, the one song that's from this movie, I forgot was in this movie until the credits are rolling.
Yeah, it's Christina Perri.
Christina Perri doing 1,000 Years, which was a smash hit after this movie.
We saw her once.
We did.
Yeah.
This was her big song.
Yeah.
You know, she had a couple other hits, but this was the one that put her on the map.
But of course, all this music is literally just to pad out the movie.
Oh yeah, we need long sequences of them looking at each other and being giggly and happy
and like
and music.
Them thinking to themselves and musing quietly about whatever, like life and death and whatever else, the meaning of life. God.
Yeah, thinking about their romantic evening they had and just remembering, oh, it's so beautiful.
Right. And like flashbacks.
Yes.
To earlier in the movie and other movies.
There was a lot of referencing the other movies, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are moments in this that are corny, but again, this is, I think, one of the better ones of what we've watched so far. It's not quite so dramatic, but then when it is dramatic, it's like, I want to punch someone in the face.
This is so fucking corny. Yeah. There were moments
it's
here.
Extremes.
There was a moment here where I just turned over to Betsy and I said, "This is the most soap opera-ish thing I have seen for a long time. The scene I'm talking about is when they're inexplicably in a doctor's office. I know he's a doctor.
It's his home. He has equipment in his home.
I realize that. I know he's a doctor. I know he has all that stuff. But it is like a scene from a soap opera where they get the bad news. Oh, I've got cancer, or I got shot, or something is happening and you just got bad news from a doctor.
That's right.
And
because she has to get the bad news.
The husband is over here blaming her for getting cancer or getting shot, and in this case, getting pregnant with a demon baby.
How could you not know this? None of you know this. We don't have an explanation for this. This is convenience for the sake of a plot point.
Yeah.
Nobody in this movie is even aware this was possible for her to conceive a vampire baby as a human.
Right. And again, I keep going back to this. I'm going to harp on this until the end of the goddamn saga. We still don't know what the hell is up with Bella. Why was she able to be impregnated by a vampire?
Yep.
Why is she special?
I guess we'll wait and see.
And the worst part of it is that they're not even hinting.
Oh,
they're not even hinting at it.
No.
Like, I thought that the whole vampire authority thing was going to actually have a bigger influence here. No. The story here is very small. We got the fucking wedding. We got their honeymoon. We got them finding out she's preggers.
And then the drama that ensues.
The drama that ensues in like the month and a half that she's pregnant.
And then the wolves reacting to this information.
Sure.
Yeah.
This is kind of a small story.
It's because it's half a book.
It is.
This isn't a whole story. They had to split it somewhere. This is where we stopped.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this movie. So, of course, it was, like you said, it basically picks up right before they're going to get married.
Yeah, we get a sequence of everybody getting their wedding invitations, which at the time I thought, really? They're getting these invitations the day before the wedding?
They film it in a weird way. It's edited in a weird way. Yeah, it's just like mom's like, it's happening. In that like, middle-aged mom energy kind of way.
Sure. Like Jacob gets his invitation and he goes off in a huff and
he throws it in the dirt.
Yeah.
And goes full wolf and runs around Canada because obviously.
Because he has to have his little fit.
He does.
His tantrum.
She didn't choose him. He knew she wasn't going to choose him.
Yeah.
But he insisted on having a tantrum because the boys in this movie are emo little babies.
Yes.
So yeah, it's right before the wedding. And then we have this scene of like Alice and Bella's trying to walk in her fancy high heels.
Yeah.
And she's awkward. Remember, Trent, how she's really awkward and it's
clumsy.
Hard for her and clumsy.
She's not a girly girl. She wants to wear her high top Converse.
Right. But of course, Alice has planned this whole wedding and she insists you will wear the shoes.
Yeah, exactly. She gets to plan the entire thing. That didn't change.
That didn't change, no.
Yeah. But we'll get into the whole wedding thing in a little bit. We get this little scene after that where Bella is back in her bedroom and she's packing everything up because she's moving out.
She's 18, Trent. She's an adult.
She's 18 and gonna be a married old lady.
Yeah, she's getting married tomorrow.
Yeah. And, of course, they don't spend any nights together.
No, he's old-fashioned.
It's very old-fashioned. She's taking everything down, but she doesn't take down the dream catcher.
No, she's reminded of Jake and the gift he gave her.
Yeah. Maybe she'll just leave that there in case she ever comes back to visit. Is that the idea?
I don't know. They don't actually show her take it, but they don't show her leave it.
But you know what? A lot of people this age, they keep their bedroom pretty much the same when they go off to college or they move out into their apartment. They still have a bedroom if and when they want to come home. You still had
Yeah.
your bedroom and your parents' house.
My bedroom has become the unofficial storage room in the house. So
But
all
still,
the
you still
stuff that
have-
I put on the walls is still on the walls.
You still have all your shit up on your walls at your parents' house.
But it's because it's the one bedroom that hasn't gotten a makeover because it's the storage room. Every other room in the house has been done.
That's it. We need to make a trip and take some of that stuff back.
Shut up. I'm leaving it that way forever. What if I want to go back sometime?
For the eventuality when you leave me, of course.
Obviously.
Of course.
Where else would I go than my childhood bedroom? That's how movies work.
You're a 37-year-old woman. You go back to your childhood bed, of course.
Yes, I do. But yes, she's in her room and Edward shows up.
Yep.
And it's the night before the wedding and he has to tell her something about himself.
Well, and they're walking around this whole cold feet aspect where she's having second thoughts. And
Except she's not. But
she's not.
It's like he's trying to convince her to get them or something.
Something like that. But like she's kind of like insecure about the whole thing too. Like she's trying to convince him, even though like, yeah, he's going to go along with it because this is the only way that he's going to get what he wants too.
Well, and it's not the whole cold feet about the wedding. It's the cold feet about being turned into a vampire.
That too.
Yeah, because he's still, even now, trying to convince her that's not the way to go.
Right.
I want to marry you, but I
Right.
don't want to do that.
Right.
But he says, I haven't told you everything about myself. Because we talked about it in the last episode. That was the first time we finally got some like vignettes of this is what life was like for these particular individuals
Right.
when they were still alive.
And we really haven't had any of that for Edward.
We really haven't. So this is the first time we get it. And he proceeds to tell her a story about how early on, after Carlisle changed him, he decided to go off on his own for a while and taste human blood.
Yeah, he was resentful of it. He was pushing back against Carlisle and his teachings about not killing people and eating people and whatever else, where he did admit in the first movie that he had killed people.
Oh, sure.
To try to scare her away. And this is the first time we're actually getting details about what he did and who he did it to.
Right.
And we get this sequence of him at the movies, which is probably, what, in like the 1930s? 40s?
Yeah, it was like the 20s or 30s.
Yeah, where I don't think it was like silent pictures or something.
No, they were in a movie theater, though.
It was at a real theater, and they're watching a real movie. Where we're led to believe that he's going to go and stalk this woman who is going to go, like, she left her seat to go to the bathroom or something. But then he also saw a dude looking up at the same woman.
Kind of eyeing her.
Yeah. So what I thought at the time was that the other guy who was looking up at the woman, he was a vampire.
They do
That's
kind
what
of.
I thought.
They do kind of film it in a way that I got that too.
Right.
Like
but
he's
in reality,
like, oh, it's another vampire, and I've got to get there first.
But in reality, he's a rapist.
A murderer,
possible rapist,
something.
Murderer. He said, or he reveals here that he only ever killed molesters. Is how he put it.
Well, and remember, he can read people's minds.
Exactly.
So he knew what that man was thinking.
Yes.
So that's how he knows he's a bad man.
Yeah. What his intentions were. So instead of what you think is going to happen, where Edward's going to go after the woman, no, he goes after the dude.
He says he's done this many times. He always killed bad people, murderers and rapists and bad men.
Yeah, and Bella is like, minimizing everything and making excuses and saying, well, you probably saved more lives than what you took.
Right. And there's one interesting thing
rationalizing in a way.
There's one interesting thing about this little sequence. So they show him biting the guy's neck, and it goes to black and white. And there's this weird, 10 or 15 seconds of the movie in black and white.
Yeah.
And it's sort of inexplicable. And then I remembered this is a PG-13 movie.
Yeah.
And you can't show blood. And every once in a while, especially in this context where he's actually biting people and people are bleeding, that's the difference. People can't be bleeding.
Right.
And
the cause of the bleeding cannot be shown. And
correct.
Yeah.
So they cut to black and white so that there's no, you can't tell the difference. You can't see the blood.
Sure.
And it is the only moment in this movie that's like this. And it's just like, was that just so you could soften this because you need to, you blew your wad later with all the blood in the later part of the movie?
Sure. I guess.
Like we needed to shave off X number of seconds.
They didn't shave anything off this movie.
I just mean for the amount of time it's showing blood, because that's literally what you see in this sequence is him murdering people.
Like with a lot of movies that go before the ratings board, you have to show all of the things that you're trying to put in the movie. And the ratings board will basically give you a rating based on those things. And they will also come back and tell you, okay, if you really want this, cut these things, cut those things.
Change that.
Change this, change that. And then we'll get you what you want. And I think you're right. It's probably more like, okay, you can have all the blood at the very end because it's a pivotal scene in the movie and pivotal to the plot. Mm-hmm. But
this is not necessary.
This is not necessary for this particular thing. So I get that. Mm-hmm. I think you're probably right. But at the same time, it was kind of cool to have a noir kind of a thing.
I mean, yeah, but it's like if the whole sequence had been, like they started the sequence in black and white, it would have been cool. But they didn't. It was color, color, black and white,
They also kept cutting to different people he was killing.
And they kept cutting back and forth between black and white and color.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
So I have to imagine it was strictly because they said, no, that's too bloody.
Right. And again, another point we keep on making, no fangs. No vampires have fangs in this entire thing.
Later in the movie, he did, though.
No.
He kind of did.
No.
He did. I'm telling you.
None of them have fangs.
Not in the way that you're used to. Not like too big incisors.
No, but what I'm saying here is even at the beginning of the series here, it kind of looks like the actor has those types of teeth anyway.
He got weird teeth.
I guess.
He is British. Remember how Robert Pattinson is British?
Oh, he is very British.
I forgot that because he's doing an admirable job maintaining his accent better than some of the people in this movie.
I'll say you're probably right, but he's not really doing much. The most acting he's done in all 4 movies was that doctor's room scene. I was gonna say the hospital scene
where he's like emoting.
Yes, where he's like yelling at her. Mm-hmm. That's the most he's done.
Yeah,
I think he pulled that off.
Fair enough.
So anyway, we're getting off topic here.
So I want to go back to that scene for just a second that we're talking about, where he's killing bad guys. So you're telling me Robert Pattinson was a vigilante?
Yeah.
Like Batman.
Yeah. Go and listen to that episode. We already covered the Batman.
Sorry, I just had the thought while I was watching it. I was like, haha, he's Batman.
Batman doesn't kill people, Betsy.
No, but he's a vampire in this. What if Batman was a vampire? I'd read that comic book.
There's probably a version of Batman as a vampire.
All right, comic fans, comic nerds, tell me if that exists.
It's probably a thing. Batman has gone through so many iterations.
Anyway, then we get to the wedding. It's the wedding.
It is the wedding. And, of course, her dad's there, her mom's there, her stepdad is there. We haven't seen him since, like, minute 1 of the first movie.
Mm-hmm. She had a bad dream before the wedding about there being, like, a sea of blood and a pile of bodies.
Well, she shows up, and everybody's in white, including Edward. She's walking down the aisle.
It's beautiful rose petals.
Beautiful everywhere. Everything is red and white. She gets there. They get married. Then they turn around, and it's a pile of corpses.
A mountain of corpses.
A mountain of corpses.
And she's covered in blood.
They're both covered in blood, and it's all the faces of the people that they know.
Yep. Her friends, her parents.
Yep.
Everybody dead.
Yep.
So
I said that must have been a fun scene to shoot.
Could be. Everyone looked dead.
Right.
And so she's had this dream, and now it's the wedding day, and they all do her hair and her makeup, and mom and dad show up and give her family heirloom.
It's all very cliche.
Right. This is also the most she has smiled this entire fucking series.
It's true. It's her wedding day, Betsy.
She looks genuinely happy, and this is the first time I think I've noticed that about this particular character.
I mean, there's always the joke about Kristen Stewart not smiling in general in all of her roles and in life and whatever else. Who cares?
Mostly it's just I was surprised to see her look happy.
Again, it's her wedding day. Of course she's going to be happy.
Yes.
And I really think this entire sequence of her like getting ready and her dad and her mom having the conversations, giving her the family heirloom, having all the decorations going up, and I think this entire thing was meant for the little girls who have been dreaming of this moment their entire lives and want Bella to have the best wedding of all time, and I want my wedding to be like that too.
Okay, in the defense of little girls everywhere, that was a beautiful wedding.
You're right.
Because
it really was.
They show her dress from many angles, and that is a gorgeous wedding dress.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And I asked you this in the while we were watching this. I wonder if there's any kind of like illustrations or depictions or descriptions of Bella's dress in the books.
Detailed descriptions.
Like, did they make this dress for the fans of the book? Or was this just a really nice dress? Yeah. I don't know.
Just make her look pretty.
Yeah, and she did.
She did. And then there's like, you know, they're in the backyard, and there's an aisle, and there's like moss and grass and
all the flowers hanging. I loved that.
And an arch.
The whole thing looked gorgeous.
Yes, it was a gorgeous wedding. Well done, Alice.
Yes.
This is why you let her plan, because if it was up to Bella, that wedding would have sucked. She wanted to go barefoot.
Yeah.
And then they get married, they have their little vows, they kiss, and they're kissing, and everyone disappears. It's just the two of them, Trent.
As if no one was there.
Right. And they're kissing a long time.
They made out a lot.
Yeah. Okay, you might feel like there's nobody there, but there's a lot of people watching at you two, like, tongue each other.
Yep.
So yeah, they're having a nice wedding, they're having a nice dance, and Bella's all butthurt because Jacob's having a hissy fit somewhere.
Well, first, the cousins show up.
That's right, I forgot about the cousins.
Yeah.
Irina.
The cousins from Alaska show up.
Oh, from Alaska, wink wink.
Right. And clearly they are vampires because they're looking all weird. And they go up to Bella and blah, blah, blah. And one of them knows that there is a werewolf here.
There's wolves.
Yeah.
There be wolves.
Jacob's dad is there. Along with
Seth, I think.
Seth is
the,
the kid, yeah. So they're there as guests of Bella. Because, hey, she grew up with them. She invited Jacob over, of course.
But Jacob didn't come.
Yes.
But some of his family did.
Yeah, so one of the cousins says, I can't do this. There's a fucking wolf over here. Yeah. I can't do this,
He
Bella.
killed LeBron. They killed LeBron,
and they
the guy from the other movie.
They had the little flashback with the guy with the dreads saying that those two were together, and like something about, oh, he wasn't that bad.
He wanted to live in peace like the Cullens.
No, he was gonna kill Bella. But I don't believe you. That didn't need to be there.
No. And also, it's the fact that actress, at this time, the thing I knew her most from was she was on Lost.
Okay.
And you never watched that show, so she wouldn't have been anybody to you.
No.
But she's in this one scene, and that's it.
Yeah. Like I said, it did not need to be there.
No, it's just more establishing and making sure you remember vampires don't like werewolves.
What?
Yeah.
Betsy.
But another werewolf comes to the party. It's Jacob!
Hey, surprise! And this was kind of a sweet scene with these two because it was Edward's idea to bring Jacob. Hey, I have another surprise for you, a gift for you. Let's go off by ourselves. Here he comes.
Yep.
And you know, Jacob looks good with a little scruff.
Yeah, he's been off in the wilderness.
Yeah.
Getting like musky.
Yeah. Kid looks good.
He's Here's the thing. He's still, basically 16 as far as the story is concerned.
It's been a year. He's by this 17 point, at least.
Taylor Lautner's like 20.
Right.
And he's like ripped and scruffy and outdoorsy and probably smells of rich mahogany.
But yeah, they have their little moment, and he's picking her up and twirling her around.
They're
and
dancing.
having
it's
a
so
dance.
Special.
And he starts like talking shit and like not making fun of her, but like talking down to her, basically saying goodbye.
Yeah, remember how, I don't know what, this isn't going to be much of a honeymoon, because,
Right.
Dick stuff. He's a vampire and you're alive. And she's like, it's going to be like any other honeymoon. And they're saying it without saying it. We don't talk about sex.
Yes, warning her about not fucking before she turns.
Yeah. You will kill her.
Right.
You're going to do that? You can't be serious. While you're still human?
And she should be like, I'm right here. I'm the person who's going to go through with this. This is my choice. Fuck you.
I married him, not you, dipshit.
Right. And yeah, he just cannot let it go. But before that scene even happens, we also got the reception speeches.
Those were awful.
Holy shit. Yeah, those were really bad. I think my favorite bad one was Anna Kendrick. Basically going up there and saying, oh, I guess, yeah, Edward chose her even though she wasn't on the volleyball team, or she wasn't the valedictorian, she wasn't the class president.
Who was, I wonder? Me. It was me. Yeah. She's awkward, and Emmett is awkward, and everyone is awkward.
The dude bro is that's
dude
Emmett?
Bro, that's Emmett.
Yeah, and he like goes up there implying that, oh yeah, she's not gonna sleep anymore, ha ha ha.
Of course, the joke being it's because she'll be dead.
The joke being she's gonna be fucking all the time.
To one half of the
crowd.
And
the other half of the room is she's never gonna sleep again because she's gonna be a vampire.
It's true.
Because she's dead.
Hilarious joke. Which is why it got such a big laugh.
Right, exactly.
It wouldn't be a wedding scene if someone didn't get up and make an ass of themselves.
Yeah.
And there were like 9 people making asses of themselves at this wedding.
Over and over again, including her dad, who goes up there and says, I know he's going to be a good husband because I'm a cop and I know things.
And I got a gun.
And I got a gun and I know how to use it. Ha ha ha, I'm going to murder my daughter's husband.
That's really quality writing, and I've never heard this joke before.
Uh-huh.
Like, this is a modern feminist
it was
piece
kind
right
of
here.
funny in, like, the first movie when he's cleaning his gun at the kitchen table, and...
It's almost like these characters are underdeveloped.
You think? I was kind of curious if anybody else was gonna die from the cast in this movie and all of the other ones we've already seen.
We really don't get much death of any of the characters.
No,
There's
nobody
been like
of
one fringe character has
Nobody
died.
of consequence.
Mm-hmm. So we all leave the wedding, but when we're leaving the wedding, Bella is like told, like Alice says, you have to put on dresses now. You have to be a girly girl. You have to deal with my style. And so Bella is shown wearing this like cute dress and heels. And that's what she's going to wear for their surprise trip to wherever. She doesn't know where they're going.
Yeah, it's going to be a mystery honeymoon destination.
Right. So this was a point I wanted to make about this outfit she's wearing.
All right. You said something about this while we were watching it.
Right. They make a very concerted effort to make Kristen Stewart look womanly. In the first few movies, she's dressed like a teen. She's wearing hoodies, jeans and sneakers.
Yep.
And in this movie, in the beginning, the first times we see her, she has, legs and heels, and she looks like a woman.
Okay.
Which, in a movie where we gonna finally get some fucking, you need to think of her as a woman. She can't be thought of as a teen anymore.
You're not wrong.
So I just, it's weird that it's not subtle at all, but it's also like, oh, I see what they're going for here. Like, me as a viewer, I noticed it. I think other people would just be like, "Man, she's wearing a pretty dress and she's all grown up."
But she hasn't worn pretty dresses
She
except
is
to prom.
Never, ever. Even in prom, she was wearing, like, leggings under the dress.
I don't remember.
She did. It was a very 2008 thing. She's wearing, like, leggings under a dress. She doesn't look like a woman. She looks like a teen. This is the first time she looks like a woman. Also, he refers to her as Mrs. Cullen, and I just want to state for the record, Isabella Cullen is a stupid name.
Yes.
But yeah, they get to Rio, and they have a private island.
Yeah, they stop off in Rio.
Yeah, just passing through.
Yeah, and they're going through all these dancing and festivals, and they make out a little bit, and she says, "Well, we're not staying in Rio? No, let me just hop on this boat that just happens to be here."
Mm-hmm. Secret boat to secret island. Secret boat
to secret private island with a bungalow, let's say, off in the middle of nowhere that apparently has attendants.
I guess.
People
come and, like, take care of the house.
I guess.
But yeah, they get there and she's all, I need, like, human time to be alone for a minute. And she got to make herself all sexy. So she's, like, brushing her teeth and shaving her legs and digging through her suitcase that Alice has also packed because she is incapable as a teenager of taking care of herself.
Right. She goes through her suitcase and finds all this, like, negligee stuff, all this sexy lingerie stuff for, I guess,
seduction, Trent.
Sure.
She needs it for seduction.
As if they weren't all raring to go in the first place.
Yeah, we know what's gonna happen here, Trent. This is a honeymoon.
Yep.
We're in the 4th movie. By God, we have followed all the rules. We have been very patient. We need some goddamn fucking.
And we got it, but not right away.
No, she goes out in a towel. She's finally like, "Don't be a chicken," or whatever she says. "Don't be a coward."
Right. So she's like primping and whatever she's doing.
Cleaning herself up and shaving herself down.
Right. She's prepping for the deed.
Uh-huh.
And of course she's probably gotten some advice from some people about your wedding night.
Yeah.
If you've never had sex before.
And she just drops her towel and out into the water she goes. And he's waiting in the moonlight.
Yeah, Edward is out in the ocean just kind of waiting out there. And she comes out and she drops towel and goes out there.
Yep.
And
then things start getting freaky.
Freaky in the ocean, freaky back in the bed. And I have heard of this moment.
You knew about this.
I knew about it, but I completely forgot until I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Him breaking the bed.
He breaks the bed.
And again,
excessively.
I just feel like this is some kind of like teenage girl fantasy where the man is just so strong and so into it that he just can't help himself and he breaks the bed as they're fucking.
It's the most intense sexual experience anyone has ever had in the history of everyone.
Ever. And this 18-year-old girl.
Yes.
And
she wakes up and she's just entranced.
Yeah.
Life is great. She is a woman now, Trent. She is all woman. But of course, immediately it's ruined because Edward and his self-loathing comes back into play.
Yep. Oh no, I bruised you.
How bad did I hurt you? And she's just covered in bruises, which she doesn't even fucking notice because she's in such ecstasy from the good dicking she got.
Right, and I get it. You don't want to hurt your wife, but dude, come on.
She clearly could take it.
Right.
Like some people are into that sort of thing.
And she's begging for more.
Right. And she basically is like, "You're not going to touch me anymore, are you?" And he's like, "No, I can't." Oh.
Right.
So she just starts prancing about the place. And this is, again, one of those long sequences where it's just 10 minutes of music. And
it's
them
just kind
not
of
having sex.
It's a montage of them playing chess.
And jumping in the water and him running away from her, playing hard to get.
Right.
And her prancing around in negligees.
And I figured this was just going to be like a whole island fuckfest where they're just going to be doing it all over the place.
Nope.
But no.
No.
It's one time. And even when they were in the water the first time, he said, okay, I promised that I would try.
Yep.
Promised that I would try.
We will try.
Once. Mm-hmm. So we did it once. I hurt you. I'm never going to do it again.
Yep. But that doesn't last very long. You know, we get a scene with Jacob sulking on a beach, talking about, they're going to make up some bullshit. He's going to kill her, and she's going to be dead, and they're going to say she was in an accident.
Yeah, he's, like, making things up in his head, like, kind of predicting what's going to happen. Like, this is how they're going to say that she died, and blah, blah, blah.
And look at all those schmucks over there in love, stupid bastards. Yeah, and he just thinks it's all kind of bullshit. They imprinted. Barf. Barf.
Right. And of course we have to talk about imprinting
We
again,
have to remind
because
you
it's going to come up again. And yes, you said it in the last episode. They were going to bring it up again. So yeah, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. But we get back to the island, and Bella finally convinces Edward to go again.
Yeah, give it another go.
Give it another go. Give it to her, baby. Uh-huh. And then he goes off to hunt, and she's left alone, and she decides to cook herself some chicken.
Yeah, it's a fully stocked kitchen.
Yeah, fully stocked kitchen.
She just makes her own food. I don't know about you, Betsy, but when I was 18, I wouldn't have known how to make chicken like that.
No, I had never tried anything like that.
No.
And I know all she really did was just like throw it in the pan and cook it.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't look very complicated.
It also really didn't look that cooked, because she was kind of opening it up.
Yeah.
And it looked like not even cooked all the way through.
Bloody in the middle.
Yeah, so she gets sick. We figure, there's something wrong with the chicken. She didn't cook it long enough. She goes to puke.
Yep.
And of course, the thought did come across my mind. Because yes, I do know that there was going to be a baby.
There's a baby somewhere.
I knew there was
in
going
this
to be a
series.
baby, and I kept on kind of like walking around that. I didn't want to say anything. For anybody who maybe didn't see this movie before we started, I knew there was going to be some kind of vampire baby. Mm-hmm. I didn't know it was going to happen in this movie.
And we're like pretty early on in
this
the
is
movie.
like the third.
Maybe not quite halfway
through. It's about
through.
a third of the way through.
Uh-huh.
But I was kind of in disbelief that they would actually do the whole morning sickness thing, because that's exactly what this was.
Oh, yeah, and it's all just quick.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks past the wedding that they've been away. And she came prepared. She brought her tampons with her.
Her product placement Tampax.
I was just going to say her Tampax, which, you know what? I'm okay with that particular thing because everybody knows what that is.
Yeah, and it's in the appropriate location.
Yes.
She came prepared.
Yes.
And she makes a point of saying, wait, how long ago was the wedding?
It is an important plot point. Mm-hmm. So she missed her period. It's been 2 weeks.
She's sick.
And then all of a sudden she starts feeling the rumbly bumblies.
Something is moving inside of her.
And it's not the chicken.
No. And it's not Edward. Anyway. Yeah, and he gets just like shell shock, and he's
seriously
freaking out.
Yeah. He was literally just stone-faced,
right,
staring off into nothingness.
But even he doesn't know, and Carlisle gets on the phone, and he doesn't know, and they're all freaking out, and they're like, come home, you gotta come home now.
And the sister calls, like, knowing something is up.
Yeah, Alice is like, why? What's happening?
Yeah.
Something's going on. I got a ping.
Right.
My brain pinged.
Right. Yeah, so she calls and says, what is going on? And it's like, do vampires go into shock? Because I think something is wrong with Edward.
Also, how is this possible? Like, genuinely, this is the glaring plot point to this part of the series.
Yeah.
And maybe we get an explanation in the next one. Maybe we don't. I honestly don't remember. As I've said a few times, I've seen all these once.
Yeah.
Trent hasn't watched any of these.
Yep.
I don't know how this is possible. I don't know if they explain how this is possible.
I doubt it.
I don't know if we are just meant to suspend our belief that they, with their love, created a vampire baby. I don't know.
And again, it goes back to, what the fuck is Bella?
What the fuck is going on in this goddamn movie?
Yeah.
Because they go back, and she's been back for 2 weeks.
Yep.
So it's been like a month.
It's been a month, and she's already showing.
She got a big old belly.
A lot. So
Yeah.
I fully believe that this entire sequence of her being pregnant lasts about a month and a half.
Yeah.
It's about 6 weeks.
It's not much. And she calls her dad and says, oh, we have to postpone traveling because
I caught a bug.
I'm sick. But then when she calls him again, she's like, I'm going to Switzerland. Like,
I'm going to a medical spa.
what? You're really bad at this whole lying thing. Like, your first thing is, I'm sick, so we're not traveling. And then it's, I'm sick, so I'm going to a medical hospital spa thing in Switzerland.
Yeah.
That's an extreme jump, girly girl. But yeah, she looks all emaciated to shit because this strong little vampire baby is taking all her nutrients.
Right, and we're not really talking a whole lot about it, but immediately when Edward realizes what happened, he's like, no, we need to get that out of you now. Get that thing out of you now. Mm-hmm. And Bella's like...
because they don't know what it is.
No, they don't. But Bella knows enough to know that this is a baby.
She goes protective mother.
Yeah.
And she's just like, it's going to be okay.
And all of these people around her, including Jacob, shows up after he finds out that somehow she's back. Mm-hmm. Everybody around her is basically telling her, if you do not get rid of this baby, it's going to kill you. You are going to die.
Yeah.
And it's... We're talking about an abortion here. This is a teen thing freely talking about abortion.
We gotta kill
of a baby.
That thing.
We gotta kill that thing
you.
inside you. Even though we don't know what the hell it is, we gotta get it out of you because it's gonna kill you.
Again, it's all the like talking about it without talking about it situation. Like one is calling it a fetus and one is calling it a baby.
Right.
We're not gonna get political in this podcast, but Bella is very much like, I'm gonna have a baby and it's a miracle and I can feel it and
also
she
we're keeps on and she says it straight up. I don't care what any of you fuckers say. This is my decision. Mm-hmm. Fuck all the rest of you guys.
Right.
Including my husband.
And they can't, like, hear it, and they can't see it, and they say it's ultra strong and growing very quickly.
You cannot pierce the womb.
The amniotic sac.
Right. You can't pierce it to put anything in it. They can't do an ultrasound, but, yeah, they just can't do it.
Yeah. So, of course, everybody's like, Bella, you're going to die. If you go through with this, you're going to die.
Yeah, and she's in denial saying, yeah, I'm strong enough. I
can take it. I can do it.
But yeah, like you said, the baby is like taking all of her nutrients and just completely just killing her from the inside until they realize what the baby really wants.
Well, yeah, Trent, Jacob's there. And he is helping out and protecting her because the wolves want to get her.
Right.
So he makes some snide remark in his head about blood.
And Edward says, oh, that's a really good idea. I didn't say anything, dude. Why are you just sitting here reading my mind?
Because that's all you have time to do anymore.
It's true. But his idea is, well, it's not really an idea. He says, I wonder if the baby is looking for something to bleed or to suck or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm. They're like, so they give Bella blood.
Yeah.
They have a styrofoam cup.
With a straw.
And
she likes it.
It's delicious. Delicious blood.
I've heard of pregnancy cravings before. But this is ridiculous.
Oh, yes. So she's sitting there sucking down her, O-negative Slurpees. And Jacob has, broken off from his pack because they're like, we don't know what it is. It's a demon and it must be destroyed.
Yep.
So he goes off and a couple of the other wolves follow him and they have their own little pack and they're going to protect Bella and whatever she's about to have.
Sure. And we kind of skipped over a lot of the wolf stuff.
Yeah.
Like there was a scene where they're all kind of congregating at the
and you hear their
the
thoughts.
lumber yard, and all the thoughts are just kind of running through everybody's head at the same time, and it's very disorienting.
Because this is the first time you've seen this.
Yeah, and until they get to the actual beach and they start talking to each other in their own voices, it's just really weird, and I really hated that scene. It was bad.
It's one of those things that they it's almost a throwaway line in the first movie, or in the second movie, I guess, when he becomes a wolf.
Right.
Oh, we can hear each other's thoughts. The pack all has like a shared wavelength. They can all communicate.
Yeah.
But this is the first time they've portrayed it on screen. So you're just like, what the fuck is happening? Why is everyone screaming Jake? And why are we all running through the woods really quick? And I'm very confused.
And I get what they were trying to portray with us trying to like get into Jacob's head as he's turning into the wolf, and we're seeing what he's seeing as he's running through the woods.
Right.
We're kind of getting into that mentality.
But it's the first time they've done it, so it's weird.
Yeah. They don't do a very good job with it.
No.
But whatever. I got what they were getting to. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that whole scene of, the alpha male is going to give the order to everybody saying, we're going to kill this demon, whatever it is. And Jacob says, well, no, that's Bella. You're going to kill Bella. If that's what it takes, then that's what it takes.
Yep.
Like, what I thought was going to happen here is that Jacob was going to like challenge the alpha male and become the alpha male, and he was calling the shots now. But no, that didn't happen.
They definitely led you to believe that's what was going to happen, but he's like, no, more lone wolf. I'm a lone wolf.
Right, he pussies out and he goes off on his own to go and protect Bella because he knows that the pack is going to go after her.
Right, and he doesn't want to be the alpha, and he does not want these two schmucks following him.
Yeah.
He's just like, fuck right off. I don't want you. Go away.
Get out of
Quit
here.
Following me around, you babies.
Yeah. So that whole sequence is kind of strange, but it does set up the very end.
Mm-hmm. And then we get the scene that you were talking about where, the baby is so strong that it's now cracking her ribs and she's gonna die, and Edward isn't sure that he can save her at the last minute. Her heart will stop. She's not strong enough.
Carlisle says, this baby is not compatible with you. You're not going to be able to survive this, basically.
Yeah, she is very stubbornly saying, no, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great. I got this under control.
And like you mentioned before, they did a really good job of making her look like shit.
It's weird because there were moments where it looked really good. Then there were moments where it looked really bad.
I don't remember seeing a lot of the bad stuff.
It's few and far between.
It's convincing. At the very least, it's very convincing.
I think it's more convincing than not, but there are a few moments where maybe it's just because it's jarring. Because she looks so emaciated.
We also don't get like the transition.
No.
Like, we don't see it happen.
No, she is fine, and then she is not fine.
Yeah. And it goes from scene to scene. It's different. So I get that point.
Yeah. But then they kind of figure out, because while they're having a conversation, Edward sort of apologizes, like, oh, you're going through this all on your own, and I need to be a supportive husband for you. Wait, what was that? I thought you said... Oh, I can hear the baby. I can read the baby's thoughts. There's a brain in there, a thought. I can hear it, and it loves you.
Betsy?
Yeah, Trent?
What language is the baby thinking?
The baby speaks English.
Okay.
Obviously.
Okay.
Amniotically. It's passed through there. It's so smart. The smartest baby in the
Edward's
world.
the smart one, if he knows how to understand a fetus.
You know who's not the smart one? Bella. You know why? She picks crap baby names. So, if it's a boy, she's going to name the baby EJ. EJ.
For Edward Jacob.
Edward Jacob. Okay, Edward Jacob is okay. But why would you call the kid...
Is it, though?
Why would you call the kid EJ?
EJ's a bad...
EJ is not good.
AJ, DJ, BJ,
TJ.
TJ,
there's
all that.
CJ. Like, there's so many others.
So many more.
But EJ is hard to say.
Uh-huh.
But that's not the be-all and end-all. She decides that we need a name for a girl, in case she has a girl. And she's playing around with the names of her mother and Edward's mother. And her mother is named Renee. And Edward's mother is named Esme. So she names the girl name Renesmee. We paused the movie at this point for probably a full minute, for I was laughing from such a warm and hurt place. I couldn't proceed with the movie.
Not in the state that we were in, no.
This is by far the weirdest, most awful thing an 18-year-old could think of.
And of course, it is exactly what an 18-year-old would think of.
It's a terrible fucking name, Trent.
And Betsy, you have heard some bad names
in
your time.
Bad names.
Because your mother used to do work for one of the hospitals in town, and she got to see a lot of the newborns' names come across.
Oh, yes, she did.
And she every time there was one that was
particular,
notable,
like really bad.
Notable is the word I would use. Mm-hmm. She would always make sure to tell you.
Yes, she did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God she never told me she found a Renesmee. You know that kid's out there.
Oh, yeah.
There is more than one child on planet Earth whose name is Renesmee.
Uh-huh.
And I pity that small human.
They're probably about to go to high school now.
Oh my God. If you have not, shortened that, changed it, refused to answer to it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what to do with you. I throw my hands up in the air, Bella. Bella Swan Cullen, Isabella Cullen with your Renesmee baby, stupid. I hate it. I hate it. But right about the same time, her back breaks.
Yeah.
And she goes into labor.
Yeah.
She snaps in half like a twig.
She bends over backwards and snaps, and she's done. Her spine is broken.
Yes, that baby is coming out.
Somehow.
Some way. But of course, Carlisle has left because there's no more blood and they need to feed. Yeah. And so they've got to keep her alive.
Yeah.
So it's up to Alice and Rosalie and Edward to deliver this baby. But Rosalie starts cutting in and freaks out because blood.
Yep.
So Edward does the only thing he knows how to do, and he bites into her. He rips open her belly with his teeth.
Yep.
This is how we're getting the baby out.
This whole scene was uncomfortable.
From Bella's perspective, where she's half conscious.
Yeah. And she's drifting in and out of consciousness. We've got Jacob on one side, we've got Edward on the other side, and they're all trying to talk to her, saying, stay alive, keep your heart beating, like she has any control over it.
Mm-hmm. But we've got to get this baby out.
Yeah.
We've got to get the kid out.
Yeah.
So we're going to do it by eating through her stomach in the way any loving husband would.
You know.
But this was the part I was talking about where it looked like he had fangs. And maybe you're right. Maybe I'm just not used to seeing those particular teeth because he doesn't smile much. And here he's actually happy because he's holding his infant.
Sure.
But yeah, there's a bloody baby. Bella smiles and then Bella dies.
Yep.
But we can't let Bella die, Trent. So we got to shove a big needle in her heart.
How did he get the venom?
I don't know because they don't explain what the venom is and where it comes from. I just have this vision of at a zoo where the snake handlers get the venom out of a snake by sticking their teeth into a little rubber jar.
Yeah.
You just have this image of, him gnawing on a cup. Just drip that down there and hold that for later.
There's a lot of it too.
That's
it's a whole big syringe.
He's got 8 good inches of venom. He's been working on that for a while. What is the ratio? I have so many questions. Mm-hmm. Where does it come from? How do you get it out? How do you will it out when you want it out? How do you collect it? How much do you have in there? Do you get that all out in one go? Or do you have to take a little, go away, come back? It has to build up.
Yeah, just got to do it, wait a couple hours, and then crank one out again.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what? And it's like silver.
Right.
It's silver goo.
I didn't really get a good look at it.
The Venom thing in this series bothers me tremendously. Because they're like, we're going to make something different for vampires, and they're going to have Venom. Venom. And it's gray and silver and swirly.
And he just fucking Pulp Fictions her straight into the sternum.
Yeah, he do.
And punches it down in there, and it starts to do the job, but it doesn't actually do the job until much, much later.
No, because she's all pumped full of morphine, so it's like slowing the process or something.
I guess, yeah. And it's just kind of, that whole morphine line was just a throwaway line. Like, everybody thinks that she's dead.
Yeah, Jacob thinks she's dead.
They're literally cleaning her body up to be presentable for a funeral. That's how I describe it.
I don't think so. I think...
Or maybe they're cleaning her up so that she can be presentable for a coroner.
Maybe. I don't know. I think they still think she could be coming back.
I don't know.
They
put her into
It's weird, but again, you're right. They don't really...
They put her in a new dress.
They don't
clean
know
up her
if she's
wounds.
dead, but they don't know if she's alive, but they treat her like she's coming back. But Jacob...
I feel like they're treating her like she's dead.
But that's what I'm saying. It's
and they're like staging the body so that it doesn't look like she was attacked and bitten all over.
I guess it's weird though, and that would not work because she was super skinny, overly skinny, starvation skinny.
Yeah.
And no matter what, she is not gonna look good to a coroner.
Well, and you would also have the explanation. Oh yeah, she was super duper ill.
I guess so. But Jacob thinks she's dead. So he's sitting outside crying.
He goes off and sobs.
And then he gets it in his head, well, I blame this little demon.
Yep.
I'm going to kill this little demon baby.
Yep.
I'm going in there.
And he also says to Edward, I'm not going to kill you because you're going to have to... You don't
deserve that.
You're going to have to live with the guilt that you're the one who did this to her.
Yep.
So I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of killing you.
No, but then he still says, you know what? This baby's to blame. This demon spawn, whatever this is.
Yep.
I got to take care of this business. And he goes in and he locks eyes with the baby.
Yeah.
And Trent, this is where it's important that you remember the events of the previous movie and what happened earlier. Because Jacob gets sucked into her eyeballs and has a vision where he must be everything to her all at once, and she's a little girl and then she's a woman and they're running and happy and free.
Right.
Because he imprinted on her.
Yeah.
They imprinted.
On an infant.
On the infant. Yes.
How does that work?
So,
he's like having visions of this kid growing up and becoming this other person.
Right. And they don't. So every time they've talked about imprinting to date, it's like a love thing. Like we're in love,
right?
Okay?
In love.
In love. These are couples.
Yeah.
In this scenario, the way they bring it up, like they're playing the dialogue from the previous movie where he's explaining it, and he's like, you're whatever she needs to be. She's the most important person. You're her protector, brother, friend, etc.
Sure.
So they kind of present it as more of a he's her protector kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think there's more to it because, this baby is like superhuman and can show up in like 2 minutes. She's going to be a grown-ass woman in 5 weeks.
I'm blaming the baby here. I think that it's the baby who is like hypnotizing Jacob and making Jacob imprint on her.
I don't think that's how it works.
I don't care what you think.
That's just your opinion.
That's my opinion here.
Okay.
This is some kind of super baby demon vampire thing that is just manipulating Jacob to do this because he hasn't done it yet.
Well, and we know that all these vampires have superpowers of some kind, special gifts.
There you go. You go.
We don't know if she's a vampire. We don't know what she is, but, one parent is a human and one parent is a vampire.
Whatever she's got in her got passed on to this kid.
Yep. She's a freaky little computer animated baby locking eyes with Taylor Lautner.
Yep.
And so he imprinted, and that sends all the wolves packing because they literally can't do... Shut up. They literally can do nothing. It is their steadfast law.
Thank you, Mr. Exposition Edward, for explaining what imprinting is and how it is relevant and why it's relevant to this whole thing.
Yes. Like you said, they cleaned up Bella, and the last shot of the movie
is it's her, like all of her wounds are starting to heal.
She's filling out again.
Yeah,
she's not.
Her hair is like returning to color.
Her back unbreaks itself. All her ribs heal.
Right.
Like her chest cavity pops out.
Right.
It looks like you're filling up a balloon. And it just looks corny as hell. And then she's got like beautiful like gold eyeshadow and
I said, where the fuck
lips.
did she get that makeup?
I mean, they were cleaning her up. They must have just taken care to
just
sure
put
she
some
looked
eyeshadow
pretty.
on there.
Put her in a beautiful blue dress, and she wakes up and her eyes are red because she's a vampire. It's happened.
It's done.
End of part 1. Intermission.
Yeah. Until next time.
Cue Christina Perry.
Yep.
I have died every day waiting for you. It's a song.
There's a couple of those songs in there that are just a little bit too perfect.
Yeah.
Like the sex scene. Mm-hmm. There's some lyrics in there that, I can't remember them off the top of my head.
Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years, and I will love you for 1,000 more.
That's the other song.
I'm just going to keep dramatically reciting the lyrics to this really corny song.
It's a good song, though.
It is a good song when you're not putting it in the context.
When you're not analyzing the lyrics of where
Twilight.
This was put, yeah.
Because that's for this movie.
Yes.
That song was made for Twilight. So it just gives it this terrible...
Damn it, Betsy. Why did you have to tell me this? Because I was able to enjoy Christina Perry that song. Now I have to associate it with this trash.
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, that's like all I know about that song is from this movie. But it's separated enough now that I can sort of enjoy it. It's like one of those things you play at people's weddings. This has become a wedding song. The corny, like 27-ish year old people now who love Twilight, that's the crap they play at their wedding for their first dance.
Ugh.
That's where you expect this song to play is for Edward and Bella's first dance at the wedding, but they don't have that. We don't get that. We're not treated to that song anywhere in the movie.
You gotta wait till the credits.
The second song in the credits. It's not even while the credits are rolling immediately.
Right.
We almost missed it. I kind of forgot about it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh yeah, there's the song. So yeah, that's part 1. Breaking Dawn part 1. So we got some conflict with the wolves. We got the baby. We got the marriage.
Yeah, it's internal conflict with the wolves. Bella is now a vampire, so they got to try to explain that. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's gonna happen.
So it wasn't a nothing movie, but you could tell they were milking the shit out of this.
Oh, you could have cut at least a half hour out of this.
Definitely.
At least. Give me 2 hour-and-a-half movies, not 2 2-hour movies.
Or give me a 3-hour movie. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you can just do a 3-hour movie and we'll all be okay with it.
Sure. We all sat through Lord of the Rings.
Except that's an exceptional movie and this is goddamn Twilight.
It is, but with the fandom that is around it, people will be there for a 3-hour movie.
They would. But
instead, we had to wait until part 2.
Now, we'll see, because when we get to the final one, it might be tonally incredibly different, and it just made sense to split these up. So I don't want to get into a whole lot about what we think's going to happen. We're going to save that for the last
one. But I think they ended it in the exact right spot. Obviously, we don't know how the books are written and how that whole transition happens.
I suspect how they're written poorly.
Fine. But for this movie and where part 2 is going to pick up, I would imagine it's the correct spot for what we're talking about.
Fair enough. So, again, is it good? Is it bad?
It was on par with the last one, which we said was very much improved.
I would say, yeah.
I didn't hate it. I don't think that there was like a whole lot of like bad dialogue. It was still there.
Yep.
There were a few lines in here that I wrote down. I didn't really mention them, but there were a couple of things in here that were pretty corny. But on the whole, it was acceptable in just getting the story where it needed to go.
Yeah, I would put this one second for quality for what we've watched to date.
I guess, fine.
We're
not going to rank these movies.
I'm just saying, so far, Eclipse is still the best one.
It's up there.
This one is not terrible.
Yeah.
It's not good. Again, these are not good movies, but I'm enjoying myself. I sound like I hate everything.
No, I'm totally invested.
I am invested in this nonsense, you guys.
Yeah.
I have a deep desire for the conclusion of this movie, both because I'm desperate to know what happens because I genuinely don't remember, and also so it's over. I want it to be over, Trent. How can I feel both things so strongly?
Yeah, I'm with you.
So that's going to be it for this one. Trent, I believe we have an email.
Yes, we got an email from Stephanie about the second Twilight movie. So from Stephanie about New Moon, so bad. Seriously, Bella, get a little perspective and stop being so emo. But also horrible dialogue, horrible dialogue. And yeah, the second movie is by far the worst.
Remember how she just stares into space and screams, and it's just
and she's having
so much.
She's having her little nightmares and
so much.
She's like, yeah, she's going through a lot, and she's not handling it very well.
No.
Anyway, continuing, the only redeeming aspect is Jacob. He gets pretty unbearable eventually, but in the second movie, I am Team Jacob for show.
For show.
For shizzle. I like to think that no one can read Bella's thoughts because her head is completely blank. I like that line. Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Anywho, miss you guys. I honestly have no memory of the third one, but I will not be rewatching it in preparation for your next episode. So hopefully by listening to this, you relived it along with us.
Well, and of course, she hit the nail on the head because in the third one, I happen to mention, she is an empty shell of a person with no personality.
She is a vapid vacuum.
Sucking. Just sucking. She sucks.
She just sucks.
Bella sucks. Everyone in this movie, metaphorically,
she's sucking all these beautiful
sucks.
Men towards her and not letting go.
No.
She's not letting any of them go.
No.
And she dies, and she still doesn't let him go.
No, Edward literally tries to get Jacob to kill him if she dies, but then Jacob promptly says, I'm not going to do it because you don't deserve it.
Right.
But then everybody just gets okay with the concept that, no, it's totally working.
And after she dies, everybody else just kind of starts standing around the house.
Yeah.
What the hell was that about?
Is she dead? Are we all actually concerned
we're
she's
just gonna
dead?
stand by ourselves and look at our feet.
These movies are weird, Trent. These are weird movies.
Yeah.
These are shit movies. But
I don't even really want to talk about how things are shot anymore because it's pointless.
No, the only other thing I would bring up from this movie is this is Twilight the Fourth, where everybody got a new haircut.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
There's a lot of new hair in this movie. Alice's is shorter. Jasper's is weirder. You were like, who the hell's that? I was like, that's Jasper.
Yeah, Jasper.
The hell?
Jasper looks completely different. He looks better.
He has like one line too.
Right.
Yeah.
Edward got a haircut too for the wedding.
Darker and shorter.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Also, I feel like I think I said it in the last episode. I feel like they've just completely abandoned the sparkles.
Yeah, they were literally on the fucking beach in Rio de Janeiro. They are in a very tropical place.
Nothing.
And he is on the beach, and there's no sparkle.
Nothing.
Does he lose his sparkle?
Betsy, I'm losing my sparkle if we keep on talking about this movie.
Yeah, let's stop. So if you want to be like Stephanie, or if you want to talk to us about this movie, any of the ones we've watched to date,
be our new superfan.
Be our new superfan. Stephanie's not going anywhere, but we could join people to the ranks.
Join ranks with Stephanie on being our new superfan by emailing us. Please, please, please email us at neverseenitpod@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter if you are inclined. It is neverseenit_pod. You could also support us by clicking the link in the podcast description. You can send us money. We like money. Betsy.
Money's all right.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Now that I think about it, it's just, it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Send us some.
Or not. If you don't want to do that, share this episode, share this podcast.
Share all the episodes.
Tell your friends. Go back and listen to episodes after you watch the movies, of
course.
Like
and subscribe.
Yeah, you always say that.
I do. I'm contributing.
I don't think you can like a podcast, though.
You can like the posts about the podcast.
It's true.
So we'll just go ahead and say like and subscribe.
Fine.
Rate us, blah, 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 blah.
Do all the things that we always say at the end of every episode that I'm sure all of you listen to all the way through.
Every single one of you has listened to every single episode.
All the way through.
All the way through.
Even at the very end where we keep all the secrets.
Yeah. At the end, there's a secret.
Yeah.
We're like Marvel. We keep the best stuff till after the credits.
One of these days, we're just going to have something where we're going to say goodbye, but the podcast is just going to keep on going for another, 5 minutes.
It's like CDs. Remember CDs?
Remember CDs where there's a hidden track, but it's not actually a track. It's just the end of the CD.
7 minutes of silence, and then there's a song.
Right.
Because why not? We're going to start doing that.
I remember that shit.
Anyway, that's all for this one. We've got one more left, guys.
One more!
Breaking Dawn Part 2 coming your way in a few days. In the meantime, I have been Betsy.
And I am Trent.
And this has been Never Seen It. And we'll see you next time.
See ya.